So, I've used up my supply of corny jokes in my last two vlogs, so from now on, it's only serious business.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
So this week we're talking about writing heroes. The thing about this topic is that there are plenty of people who inspire me, there are plenty of authors I like, but in order to earn the prestige of being one of my writing heroes, that takes a little more. So I can understand why someone might not have a hero, because I think it also needs some sort of emotional attachment, not a clingy one or a stalker one, but definitely something a bit personal. But as soon as I read this week's topic, one name popped into my head, and that would be Miss Melina Marchetta, the author of These Things and Those Things over there. I really envy her career because she is writing the exact kind of books that I have always wanted to write. Not that I want to copy her style or anything. Of course not, I'm original, but usually fantasy books are more plot driven and contemporaries are more character driven, but she does a very good job at balancing both of them, and her prose is just beautiful, for lack of a less cheesy adjective. It's just really, really good writing in itself. I would love for her characters to exist in real life, not because I want to pine over them or marry them or anything, although, that's cool too, but because I would just love to sit down and talk with them, because I feel like we'd be awesome friends. It's really hard to explain someone's writing style, but I feel like her books are kind of like after you've cried, and you kind of heave a sigh. That feeling, that bittersweet feeling. And it's weird because it's sad, but it's also very happy at the same time. And I would really like to know if she secretly practices black magic or just a mastermind at manipulating people, because every time I read a Melina Marchetta book, I am guaranteed to laugh out loud and cry until snot is dripping out my nose. And I'm sure that's a very attractive image. But like I said, those are just writerly things, There are tons and tons and tons of very talented, very skilled writers out there, but the reason why I find such a connection to her books is because whenever I picked up Saving Francesca, this is the second book I read by her, I was having a really hard time. If you've read the book, then my situation was a lot like Francesca's. And it's not like reading it changed my life completely, but it was definitely a relief to read a character that I could relate to so much. It definitely pushed me to get up and start saving myself. I do believe YA saves, maybe not always in the huge, big way that we want it to, but definitely in the small and subtle ways that are still very, very powerful. And I'm going to cut this video now because I feel flustered and embarrassed and corny. Bye! In drama, Mr. Ortley plays Venus. It's the version by the 60s band Shocking Blue, and suddenly, out of nowhere, Thomas Mackey starts to dance. Later, he tells people he thought he heard "I'm your penis" rather than "I'm your Venus," and that's why he got up. But as usual with Thomas Mackey, you never know the truth.